So in order to make initials out of these names, we can access the first character. And we can do that with your index. Index 0 access is the first character of any string, or in this case, any name. So I'm going to access the first character of first name, and I do that with a square bracket. And show me the character at index 0. Basically, the character at index 0, I'm going to store that value in a variable. I'm going to call that variable first initial. And so first initial is going to store the first character basically the character at index 0 in this first name. It's going to be stored in first initial. I'm going to do the same thing for middle initial. The character at index 0, again, in middle initial is going to be stored in a variable called middle initial. Same thing for last name. The character at index 0 of last name is going to be stored in a variable I'm going to create now called last initial. So now I have these three variables and I can return it. I can now return multiple values. Return first the first initial, comma, the middle initial, and then comma, the last initial. And then we're done with this function. Now let's create another function that's basically going to take these initials and display it in the way the question is asking us to display it in. The question wants us to display it this way. Separate each of them with periods and end it with a period as well. You can, the question, could have asked something different, but it wants us to display it this way. So let's create a function for that. I mean, you can do it with a print function, but let's create a function out of it. And so that our main function will just be us calling functions. So I'm going to define a function. I'm going to call it DisplayInitials, because that's all it's going to do, DisplayInitials. And if it's going to display the initials, if it's going to display the initials, then it needs the initials to display. So I'm going to define as parameters the initials. Now, it doesn't matter. Okay, before that, let me just start specifying the parameters. So first name, it needs the first initial, the middle initial, and then the last initial. So it doesn't matter that these names are the same. It doesn't matter, right? So the scope of this first name variable, for example, is within the getPersonNames function. The scope of this first name parameter is within the getInitials function. The scope of this first initial here is within the DisplayInitials function. They don't see each other. They are considered different variables because they are in different functions. They don't see each other at all. They're like twins, right? But they're not the same. You can use the same name because this is only seen in this function. This is only visible in this function, right? And this is only visible in this function. It doesn't matter, right? But you can use the same name in this function because you're in different functions. They are considered different. All right. So this DisplayInitials function will take in these initials, and then it will display it in the way that we want. So I'm going to print out. First of all, we need to display the first initial. So I'm going to print out the first initial. And I'm going to separate it with a comma, print out the middle initial, separate it with a comma, and then print out the last initial. So by default, when you print values this way, when you pass in arguments into the print function, separating them with a comma, when it runs, they're going to be displayed with a space separating each of them. Okay, and so let's just leave it like this for now, and I'll talk about it, once we have a value. Okay, so let's save our program. Let's try to run our program. You save it. I'm going to save it where we normally save our programs on the desktop. Python, Programming Challenges, Chapter 7. Chapter 8. This is a new folder, so let's just come back here. Programming Challenges, create a new folder. Let's call this Chapter 8. In Chapter 8, this is going to be the first. This is called Initials. I'm going to create a folder for it. Call it Initials. And then I'm going to save this program also as initials.py. Initials.py and save it. So nothing's happening, right? We try to run the program, nothing happens. Nothing's happening because as at this point we've only defined functions, right? And we haven't really called any function, right? Well, yes, we haven't really called any functions. We also need to create a main function, right? So the main function in most programming languages is basically where your program is, where your program starts executing. So the good practice is always to create a main function where your program actually runs, okay? So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to define a main function so we can actually start our program here by calling other functions. So the first thing we want to do is to get the person's name, right? We can call this function get person names. This function doesn't accept in any argument because, there are no parameters defined, but it returns the first name, the middle name, and the last name. When it's returning these values, we also need to have variables to receive them. So I'm also going to have variables ready to receive them. I'm going to separate them with commas. The variables, I'm going to call them first name, middle name, and last name. The same names, doesn't matter. I'm having these three variables created here in the main function. So I can use the same names, right? Why? Because they're in the main function. The scope of these variables are within the main function, and the scope of these variables are within the getPersonNames function. They are considered different. They don't see each other because they're in different functions. So the very first value that's being returned is going to be stored in the very first variable you have here that's receiving this value. The second value that's being returned is going to be received by the second variable you have here. Okay, these values are coming respectively. They're coming in the same order, so you have to have variables to receive these values in that order. So we store them here, first name, middle name, and last name. Okay, we have them. Now we can call the getInitials function, and we know the getInitials function needs the first name, the middle name, and the last name, which we have here. So I'm going to pass it to this function. Pass the first name, I'm going to pass the middle name, and then pass the last name. Oops, I'm going to pass it here. Right? The getInitials function, however, also returns the first initial, the middle initial, and the last initial. So we need variables to accept those values as well. So I'm going to create some here. First initial, comma, middle initial, comma, and then last initial. These are variables I'm creating here. Again, it doesn't matter that these names are the same as these variable names here. It doesn't matter. The scope of these variables are within the getInitials function, and the scope of these variables are within the main function. They're considered different because they are in different functions. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this line over here. This line is a guideline for me not to exceed about 79 characters on a line. It's a Python standard to not exceed 79 characters on a line, and so I want to follow that. And so I need to break this line here into two without messing the line up. Visually, I just want to break it up so it doesn't exceed this line. So I'm going to break it somewhere around here. Before you break a line in Python, you have to type in a backslash and then you hit enter. So I've broken it. It's not exceeding this line anymore. It's the same line of code. It's just been split in two lines. Still works. Nothing has been, been broken in terms of functionality. This is just a visual thing. A visual look, something, some visual, visual thing, something I want to see. Right? If you want, you can separate this out just so you can see that this is acting as one.